Welcome back to our rural marketing class. Today we are going to discuss about one very important concept from the point of examination. That is, what are the differences in terms of consumer buying behavior between rural and urban consumers? Actually, what is making the rural consumer and urban consumers behavior different? So let us start this topic. First, we are going to discuss about how the characteristics are different between rural and urban consumers. So, if we observe here, along with the age groups, the attitudes of rural consumers and urban consumers, how they are different, we can observe with this table. So, with the different life cycle stages, the attitudes, the preferences of the rural people and urban people are different. If we observe here, when they are in the childhood stage, that is below 12 years of age, the urban people are preferring to play video games and they're preferring to eat chocolates, to drink beverages or health drinks. Whereas when it comes to urban consumers, they are preferring to play with toys, not with the video games, and they like to eat ice creams, right? And like they like to play Thalia. Such kind of attitude will be there in rural consumer. When it goes to the next life cycle stage, that is teenage, between 13 to 19 years, right? The rural teenage people are preferring cell phones and they need a motorcycle at this age. So they want to buy or they want to use their parents' motorcycles and they want to surf internet. When it comes to rural, in the teenage, they are preferring to ride a bicycle. Of course, nowadays it is changed. They are preferring motorcycle also, and they like to watch televisions or cinemas. So in the young age, between 20 to 40 years, in the urban areas, they are preferring to use a car from motorcycle to car. They've changed their attitude or preference, and they would like to operate computer and they like to wear branded clothes to increase their social status. And most of the people they like to consume alcohol also, and they like shopping like by going to retail stores or malls. When it comes to rural people, they like to ride the bikes, and because this is the stage actually at the young stage between 20 to 40, this is the age where the people can earn. So what do they prefer is like they want telephone, of course, it's the basic necessary, and they like to buy unbranded clothes or tailored. Basically, mostly they prefer tailored clothes, and they would like to they don't want to buy like a rich alcohol, expensive alcohol. So they may go with the local liquor whatever is available in the rural areas. And in the middle age, which is very important for any family, because between 40 to 60 it is the stage where actually anyone can earn or anyone can actually enjoy. So at the middle age, the urban people, they are preferring luxury car, they need the credit cards, house, they need a pakka house and health insurances, because to actually secure the future. And they like to have some holiday trips between these age group. And when it comes to rural areas, actually what do they prefer here is whatever is necessary to earn, like vehicles which are actually used in agriculture like tractors or harvesters whatever, and whatever the cards required to be benefited by the government like Kisan credit cards. And they want to save the money in postal savings or maybe by like life insurances, right? And such kind of things will be preferred in rural areas. And at the age cycle of old age, above 60 years, the people would like to enjoy in clubs, theaters, parks in the urban areas, because it is like a retirement age. But in the rural areas, the people would like to spend the time with the nearby people, the below, like beloved ones. So that is how the attitudes of the rural people are different from urban. So actually, it is making the preferences different, so that the consumer buying behavior will also be different. The next one is life cycles. Actually, the lifestyles are also different, right? So as we have discussed in the last class, also the rural consumers are very religious, very traditional. That is why the Dauber company, they have developed religious calendars, and they've given the Hanuman Chalisa along with their products sometimes. And that is because to attract the rural consumers, they have to go with the traditional strategies, right? So how they are different, with the different dimensions, how the lifestyles are different. So the demographics are also different. In the urban areas, the demographics of the consumers will be usually like convent educated, and usually in the urban area people will be like salary earner, and families will be like small nuclear family. In the cities, within a small area we can see a large number of people. That is why what we are calling it as large dense population. And usually it is very difficult to have an individual house in the towns. So usually apartments. So these are the demographics in urban areas. So in the rural areas, government schools or maybe the nearby towns schools, small schools in the nearby towns, generally education will be completed. And usually in the rural areas, almost all most of the people are self-employed, and they prefer large family. The son or maybe daughters and parents and their children, everyone wants to live together in the rural areas. And usually to concentrate in the rural areas is difficult because it is scattered population. If you we want to cover the rural area, we have to, if we cover only one village, there will be like approximately from 500 to 2000 or 3000 people. So if you want to cover 1000 people, we have to cover 2 3 villages or 3 4 villages. So it will be like difficult for the manufacturers or marketers because it is scattered population in rural areas. But the rural people will have spacious houses, right? So these are the demographics in rural areas. The activities, what do they do regularly, are also different when we compare to rural and urban consumers. What are the activities done by the rural, sorry, the urban consumers is jobs, office jobs. Usually at 9 o'clock they have to start, and at 5 o'clock they'll come back. It's a routine life, right? Office jobs usually. And it is internet surfing, health clubs, shopping clubs, and parties. These are the regular activities of urban people or urban consumers. When it comes to rural, usually agriculture, there's no timings actually. And they would like to do everything manually, as we have discussed. So the physical sports they would like to. And one more interesting characteristic in rural area is they like gossips, and they like to play together whatever. And religious congregations, like whatever the religious occasions are there, they would like to utilize to get together all the people. So in the such a way the activities are different, and the interests between the rural and urban people are also different, right? Food, when we come to foods, the interests of urban people is Chinese foods, continental foods. When it comes to rural, it is like what is homemade food they prefer, and milk. So when it comes to clothing, usually in the urban area, the people prefer to use designer clothes, and they would like to go to beauty salons and holiday trips. These are the interests to urban consumers. But in the rural consumers, the interests are to wear jewelry, the maximum jewelry they would like to wear, and visiting to towns is one interest for them, and markets, going to the nearby markets or village markets or maybe melas. These are the interests. So this is the second point, as we have discussed. The first point is what are the characteristics between the rural and urban people is one difference, and what are the lifestyles is the second point. And the rural shopping habits are also different from urban shopping habits. What do they like to purchase is also different. So the rural people usually they prefer for small and medium package. For example, if shampoo is there, they wouldn't like to purchase the bottles, but they would like to buy the packets, like 1 rupee or 2 rupee packets. And whatever in the same way the biscuits and coke and everything, that is why the manufacturers are making with the different packet with different size packets also. And the role of the retailer is different when we come to rural. In the urban area, the retailer actually what does he do is whatever is asked by the rural, whatever is asked by the consumer, he has to give the same. If customer is asking for particularly, he'll ask for like good day biscuits in urban area. But when it comes to rural area, the role of the retailer is high. The customer may not ask particularly like good day biscuit, or he may not ask some other like crackjack biscuit. So he will ask like give me one biscuit packet, so that the retailer he thinks and he'll give prefer something. So that is why the role of the retailer is high. And one more thing is the role of the opinion leaders is also very high, for especially for durables, like consumer durables like televisions, mobile phones. If a rural consumer he wants to buy, he will ask some other opinion leader, like maybe the sarpanch or maybe some educated people in the rural area. For example, like teachers, if they are, or maybe some other people who are doing jobs in the towns, if they come, and the rural people will go to them and ask what kind of mobile I may purchase with a kind of budget. You'll ask, and the opinion leader will play a major role in the rural area. That is why, as we have discussed, the marketer can actually target the opinion leaders. That actually works out in when we are doing marketing in rural areas. So one more, the fourth difference between rural and urban consumers is the buying process. So from need recognition to the post evaluation, in all the stages, the behavior of rural consumer is different from urban consumer. Let us go one by one. The first stage in buying process is need recognition. It is also important to know what is the buying process. So let us discuss together. The first point is need recognition. So when the consumer or the customer he recognizes that I need a particular product, because here actually I'm feeling hot, I need something like fan or cooler. So that is the need recognition. I need something to overcome this problem. So that is the need recognition stage. So how it happened in rural and urban areas? It happens in urban area by high involvement of the customer, and mostly it happens for comfort, it happens for status, it happens for consumers recognition for need, because the consumers recognition happens for high involvement of the product, maybe the comfort, maybe for the status, maybe for the social recognition, because it is not the basic needs are already fulfilled there. So what do they want is the luxury goods. So that is how the need recognition happens there. But when it comes to rural, what happens here is productivity drives consumers recognition for need. If he hears like someone used a product, and actually it is very good, it is benefiting to some other person, usually at that time he may think like I need that product also. That is why the product involvement is very high, and actually here the productivity is driving the consumer towards the need recognition. And when it comes to the next stage, that is information search. When I thought like I need something, right, so then I have to search for information like what are the different products available to overcome from this problem, and what are the different brands are providing or supplying such kind of products. I have to search for the information. At this stage, in the urban area, what is happening is they are getting the first hand information directly from TV, directly from internet, directly from newspaper, whatever is given by the manufacturer. They are getting such information and they are processing it, and they may go for purchasing by this information. But this information such is happening in rural area by the first hand information also, but from a fellow owner, whoever is used before. If someone else was already used and he came to us and he will say like, these are the different products are available, so you may purchase so and so product, so he will tell us. So that is how it happens. Or sometimes it may be by nearby dealer at a district town, nearby town, whatever is there. If there is any dealer, you'll go to them and ask like, I need a TV, so what are the different TVs are available, what are the different prices. So all the information we may search from the dealer also. And next one is, whatever the information we got, we have to process it, we have to evaluate all the products available, and out of them we have to choose one product. For that, the evaluation of alternatives, it is done in the urban areas by analysis of technical specifications. They will analyze themselves because they are educated, they are aware about the products, they are aware about the availability of different brands, so that they will analyze all the technical features and specifications, and at most they looks for a test drive. Still they may not believe, so what they will do is, I'll use it once, so that I may decide what to purchase. But it happens in the rural area in a different way, because education level is a little bit lower when compared to urban areas. So more importance is given to the fellow owner, whatever is someone else has already used. So he'll give some information like, this is the best product. He will use the same information, and by using the information he will try to also check others, but in his mind he'll keep that already he has suggested one product that is better one, so I will go for that. So that is how it impacts the buying decision. So sometimes he may consult the opinion leaders, and whoever, like if someone in the village has already used that, and he is the richest person, or maybe he is the political leader like sarpanch, or maybe some other social status person, so he may take them with the consumer, and he will ask like, what kind of product is better. So that is how the evaluation is happening in rural areas. And next, after evaluating, the buying happens, actual buying happens after evaluation. So here, normally in the urban areas, the buyer makes the final decision. Whoever is the buyer is going to purchase the product, he'll actually makes the final decision whether what to purchase, whether to purchase or not, right? The family may influence the color and how it should look like, the family may influence, but the final decision will be taken by the buyer, maybe the customer, maybe the male head. So in the rural areas, the final decision will not be done by the buyer itself. Actually, it is done by the collective decision. What we can say is collective information. Some people will prefer something, some other people will prefer something. By collecting all this information, the buyer will actually be confused for some time, and after that, who whatever the best solution may be actually taken or chosen. Usually, the decision is made by the adult son. Who, if an educated son is there, usually he'll go. He'll prefer something like, dad, something is better to buy. So he'll suggest. So that will be bought. If it is like automobile, usually the mechanic will also go with the consumer, and he will say like, what kind of automobile is better. Maybe the bike. What kind of bike is better, right? So after that, after purchasing, after while using, what will happen? Still the evaluation goes on. That is post purchase evaluation or post purchase decision. So in the urban areas, usually like we can get the higher satisfaction or dissonance because of greater risk factor, higher risk taking ability they have, because of wanting experimentation, because the affordability they have. So that what they can do is, I'll buy it and let us try it once. It may or may not work out. But in the rural areas, it is not like that. So of course, higher the possibility of higher satisfaction is there, but still lower dissonance is also there. The possibility of lower dissonance is also there, because the risk taking is lower in rural areas. The expectation is also low in the rural areas. So this low risking capacity is leading to dissonance, and is leading to what will happen is leading to non-satisfaction, or maybe sometimes it is very difficult to deal with them, right? So after sales service also, the marketer should always provide some features to the consumers or customers, or else they may go for dissatisfaction. So in this way, the another characteristic which is differentiating the rural and urban customers is the buying process. In all the phases, the rural customer is different from urban customers. And one more thing is, what are the different buying roles played by what kind of people? So in the there are number of buying roles like initiator, influencer, decider, buyer, and user. So who is playing such roles in rural and urban areas is also different. For example, initiator, who initiates the process of buying? In the urban area, it is young man. In the rural area, it is usually son in majority cases, and maybe sometimes it is father also. The influencer, who influences to purchase the product, is friends or colleagues. In the urban areas, friends may suggest or colleagues may suggest to buy a product. One second.